Maliki Poison of the Past delivers a heartfelt narrative wrapped in striking hand-drawn art and clever platforming. The emotional depth of the story unfolds beautifully, touching on themes of identity, trauma, and self-acceptance with surprising nuance. Every frame feels alive, thanks to fluid animations and a distinct visual style that stands out immediately. Puzzles are smartly integrated, never breaking immersion, and the gameplay flows smoothly alongside the unfolding drama. It's a short, powerful journey that resonates deeply both visually and emotionally, a true hidden gem worth experiencing. The Quest for the Tetra Quartzes is an exciting adventure set in a world where the formerly peaceful Tetra Quartzes have been tainted by an unknown malevolence, resulting in despair and death. Sean, a young Wind Tribe kid, sets out on a journey to purify the tainted quartzes and save his boyhood friend. Sean and his pals forge an unbreakable relationship in order to restore equilibrium to their planet. The trip entails floating over the air on a personalized beagle, which may be modified to gain new skills. The game employs elemental powers to overcome complicated riddles within the dungeons. Astrune Academy is a magical institution in the Sternship area that allows prospective sorcerers to immerse themselves in the Academy's colorful existence. Almacation allows players to face magical monsters, develop their elemental magic, and release soul source magic to get unique character attributes. As they explore the bleak environment, they discover hidden truths and learn the truth about the lost phenomenon. Astrune Academy offers a mesmerizing combination of enchantment, personal growth, and adventure, resulting in an amazing trip for everybody. The Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet Complete Edition for Nintendo Switch comes with the core game, 3 DLC packs, the expansion Dissonance of the Nexus, and extra in-game goods. Gale Online is an exciting experience in a world dominated by weapons and steel. Players discover a unique assistance intelligence dubbed Arphasis and go on an exciting quest. The game blends the action-packed combat of a third-person shooter with the deep plot and character development of an RPG. With over 30 playable characters, players may express their creativity while mastering a wide range of weapons and abilities. Koumajou Remilia Scarlet Symphony is an upgraded version of the famous game that includes HD remastered graphics and a number of new features. Players must overcome numerous trials utilizing particular weapons, such as the Purification Wand for close-range fighting and the Ofuda for aerial strikes. The game also has an extra easy mode for newcomers to action and shooting games. The game includes supplemental content such as in-game trials, BGM collections, and galleries to appeal to both beginners and experts. The enigmatic vampire pursued by Remo adds intrigue to the plot. Lost Epic is a 2D side-scrolling action RPG set in the midst of a conflict between gods and humans. Players must transform into knights and overthrow 6 gods scattered over sanctuaries. Each weapon has its own divine skill, allowing players to form powerful combinations. To obtain an advantage in battle, combine character attributes with weapon strengths. Completing tasks and earning prizes for becoming stronger and witnessing storylines develop are also possible. Some objectives include battling strong, mutated opponents in order to acquire even higher prizes. To repair the skewed past and restore balance, players command a formidable 3-unit squadron of mobile suits and pilots from various eras of Gundam history. The game has visually amazing visuals and powerful movements, and players must destroy foes using realistic weathering. They must, however, be mindful of breaks, which alter great events in Gundam history. Players must create new mobile suits to expand their weaponry, as well as collect funds and expansion parts. The game also includes multiplayer gameplay. Storm Swordsman is an exciting sword-fighting game set in the Onmyo Kingdom. The game is full with intrigue, betrayal, and danger, with each encounter challenging Tetsu's combat abilities. The game has rich locations such as busy marketplaces and gloomy woodlands and allows for exploration and discovery. Players must negotiate a perilous journey, perform difficult challenges, and emerge triumphant. The fate of the kingdom is in your hands, and your decisions and abilities will determine your future. Prepare for a fascinating storytelling and the thrill of combat. Steel Sword Story S is an enthralling fantasy side-scrolling adventure rife with swordplay and magic. Collecting gems from slain monsters allows players to obtain status upgrades and strong equipment. Azul's abilities are enhanced by hidden riches, and the game's basic sword fighting fundamentals have been fine-tuned. Players must exploit opponent weaknesses with thrusting assaults and classic slashes. The game's dramatic tale is brought to life with gorgeous dot animations, and players may return to stages to discover additional pathways and surprises. The game has a classic feel, lightning-fast gameplay, and heart-pounding pace. With a finely made design and endearing characters, it combines tradition with future magic. The game's rules are plain and easy to understand, with simple scoring and customizable difficulty levels for players of different skill levels. The shield system's strategic feature allows players to select between 3 separate shots: the precision front shot, the broad-reaching wide shot, or the protective shield. The game takes players on a fascinating trip through Roila, an underwater metropolis that was once a thriving human haven. The city has been overrun by monster creatures altered by sea pollution. The players Pronty and Bront, the Javelin, must combat these creatures while discovering their origins. The game has a unique fighting technique known as the Javelin system, in which players use Bront's skills to resist enemies and conquer obstacles. Players can improve their fighting abilities with swappable upgrades. The underwater metropolis provides a sensory overload. Gibbon Beyond the Trees is a hand-drawn adventure game in which players help a lost gibbon navigate difficult terrain. Players can dash for freedom in liberation mode, or watch an hour-long tale about the struggles of living creatures across the planet. The game offers fluid, dynamic movement inspired by actual gibbons, which helps players develop their acrobatic talents. Players may select between an hour-long story mode and a fast-paced race in liberation mode. The game also raises environmental concerns, such as deforestation, poaching, and climate change. As Kohaku regains consciousness, she finds herself resting on a cold steel floor. Her gaze is quickly pulled to a Z-Breaker, a talking sword. Despite her lack of familiarity with her surroundings, Kohaku grudgingly decides to join forces with the sarcastic weapon and embarks on a risky voyage to Kogen City, a devastated city. Kohaku is determined to solve the secret of the city's terrible fate with the help of Z-Breaker's Ouroboros system. The narrative is told in 3 separate versions, each of which depicts Kohaku's unrelenting determination to discover the truth behind the metamorphosis. Old Man's Journey is a puzzle adventure set in a sunny setting that explores themes of life, grief, reconciliation, and optimism. The game is full of fun and stress-free puzzles that tell the elderly man's narrative via his recollections. Players must solve delightful riddles by altering the environment such that hills shape the old man's route. The game's quiet and reflective atmosphere enables players to immerse themselves in tranquil and thought-provoking puzzles, sharing the elderly man's sadness, remorse, and eternal optimism. Lichtspeer is an arcade action and Lichtspeer throwing simulation game set in a realm rich in Germanic legends. To battle for the glory of the gods, players must become Germanauts and travel regions with their Lichtspeers. With a Nintendo Switch exclusive co-op option, the game delivers a unique combination of arcade action and Lichtspeer throwing realism. In addition, players may combat different gigantic wonder enemies and explore an old Germanic future. this roguelike dungeon exploration game requires players to avoid, dart, and slay swarms of foes in arbitrarily created dungeons. Players gather unique riches and unusual things to increase their chances of survival. A strange gate has opened on Earth, and those who are prepared to put themselves to the test will be granted a wish. A mortal and his robot friend uncover the Gate of the Gods, where they must undergo the gods' trials in order to reach greatness and fulfill the elusive last request. The game includes dynamically generated dungeons, random weaponry, and infinite ammunition. Slayin 2 is an epic adventure full with enigmas and legendary bosses. Players may pick from a range of weaponry and playstyles thanks to the 8 unlocked characters. The game has cooperative gameplay, including a 2-player local drop-in co-op functionality that allows players to work together to tackle difficulties. In addition, the game's story and arcade modes have engaging tales that allow players to explore numerous places defended by their own boss. The game provides players with an incredible trip full of excitement, danger, and triumph, preparing them for an extraordinary experience. An astonishing adventure unfolds as a lost hero realizes his actual identity in a vast, strange place. Immerse yourself in more than 300 linked biomes, each with its own set of challenges and surprises. Battle over 150 creatures and dangerous bosses with a variety of weaponry, including blade-based strikes, sword-based skills, and lance-based assaults. Discover secret occults and use the power of forbidden magic to create a strong fighter capable of defeating any obstacle. Collect mysterious relics to personalize your character and mix them with objects discovered along the way. On the eve of the Indigo Moon, young adolescent girl embarks on a perilous journey to confront wicked spirits. She discovers a crevice that leads to a different realm, influencing her fate. The game lets players design their own combat style by combining numerous strategies such as effective combos, evasions, defenses, and counterattack. They can also promote their character's development through a parameter-based promotion system and a diverse skill tree. As they explore the abyss, they can collect more than 170 objects. SOULVARS is a deck-building game that incorporates the Soulbit technology to improve gameplay. Soulbit actions and deck-controlling skills let players to perform over 100 spectacular plays. The game blends complex deck-building strategy with fast-paced RPG fights to provide an engaging gaming experience. The game includes dynamic pixel art animations and turn-based tactical planning, with each enemy encounter serving as a new puzzle to solve. In a future where human souls may be digitized, dominators threaten mankind. The visuals in the game are detailed, making players feel like they are part of the cosmos. The game gives a sense of progression and evolution, with players able to personalize their character's powers and playstyle. Online multiplayer options offer competitive combat, while well-crafted side missions give complexity to the game's mythology and world building. The game's robust accomplishment system rewards players for accomplishing tough tasks or hitting milestones, offering encouragement to continue playing. Hotel Hustle is a fast-paced, wonderfully chaotic management game that puts you on edge. Juggling guest demands, room service, and unanticipated disasters presents a joyful and frenetic task. The game's vibrant visual design and eccentric characters add appeal, making each shift in your hotel feel exciting. As you progress, unlocking upgrades and optimizing your workflow becomes increasingly rewarding. Whether you're playing solo or with pals, the combination of strategy and time management makes for an engrossing experience. It's an excellent choice for those who enjoy light-hearted but engaging simulation games. The Karate Kid Street Rumble is an exciting pixel art, side-scrolling beat-em-up adventure game. You can relive the thrills of the first 3 legendary The Karate Kid movie from the 1980s. Immerse yourself in a brilliantly designed pixel art environment, addressing legendary moments with spectacular 16-bit realism. The game boasts a classic storyline, compelling battle systems, big boss fights, and 12 stages inspired by the original trilogy. Enjoy the vintage chiptune soundtrack and join forces with pals for an amazing battle experience. Fans of the oldies should not miss out on this game. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition is an exciting journey that includes features from both Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, and Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Players must solve puzzles and defeat opponents in captivating plotlines and character growth. The game includes intriguing happenings, beautiful locations, and over 300 Digimon to collect and evolve. Each Digimon has distinct skills and qualities, allowing players to choose a squad that fits their preferred playstyle. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!
In the